Hello, darlings. Okay, so I want to talk about something that is potentially going to be either like a fuck you or a aha or kind of a permission slip to quit fucking doing what the Joneses do. So, flipping through TikToks, how many of my videos have started with me saying I'm flipping through TikToks? This one wasn't an inner child healing moment, though. You'll be happy to know you don't have to sit through another one of those. And there was a kid that, and I say kid, but he's probably in his 20s, right? Early 20s. And he was talking about how college age kids right now, 20, those 20 and under college age kids hate their parents. And he said he first started that this was just about like, his general, everybody around him, he had seen it, He talked about he was at a Halloween party and was having a discussion with a professor at the University of Oregon, something. And this professor teaches a class called happiness or something of the sort. He did a anonymous poll throughout the class of 600 students. Give me one thing that your parents taught you that you are thankful for today or grateful for today, or I'll come up with what the exact word was, or something that serves you today. 99% of them, their response was negative or hateful. Like they hate their parents. Okay, so let's go back into this and let me tell you why this may or may not be your ticket to quitting doing what the Joneses do. That age group of kids, because I have a daughter in that age group, that age group of kids is every bit that group of kids. And you probably started a lot sooner than this, but this is just this group of kids. This is, post 9/11 kids. This is a different world of life. I mean, their life was different than any other generation before. Like that group of kids, 20 and under, 21 and under, that group of kids has known nothing but a world post 9/11. They've known nothing but big long lines at the airport. They've known nothing but you can't carry freaking scissors on an airplane. There's a lot more to that. There's a lot more things that go into that, but just understand that is kind of a line of demarcation there. 21 and under, those are those kids. They are in this different fucking world from all the rest of us, right? And they all hate their parents. They all say that their parents don't have anything to give to them. That group of kids, that age of kids, I happen to know every goddamn one of them was in every sport. They danced, they played soccer, they played baseball, they played this, they played that, everything. We parents made sure that those kids had a life worth living and happy and involved and getting to do anything and everything they wanted to do. We went way out of our way to make that happen. Why? Because we're Gen X. We're the fucking forgotten generation. We didn't do any of that shit. I mean, some people did, but how many of you played sports and your parents never came to a fucking game, right? I mean, so there is a total difference between the way we were raised. By God, we were going to do it differently. So here we are. We're going to give them everything. And now they hate their parents. So, what did we teach them? What was said by this one particular professor in this TikTok is that we didn't teach them self-love. We didn't teach them self-care. We didn't teach them how to self-regulate. We didn't teach them how to be strong individuals. We taught them to be followers. We taught them to shut up and do as you're told. And how happy are they? I mean, think about it. How many of us signed the kids up for a team, sign up for baseball? Ooh, I hate it. I don't like the balls whizzing at my head. I shy away. I this, I that. Fucking scares the shit out of me. Well, you signed up, so you're going to finish the season. That was the X and I's. That was our attitude. We signed up. You're committed. Can you imagine how many freaking baseballs a kid takes that they're terrified of because you signed up, you're playing? That is called childhood trauma. That's the shit that I've been unwinding for the last 4 years, 5 years. So the fact that we are giving them everything they can possibly want, and yet not being there and teaching them how to self-regulate and be healthy mentally. We taught them to be little robots to do what you're told when you are told to do something by whatever authority. We didn't teach them how to love themselves. And you know what? Most of us don't love ourselves. I do, but I've been spending, the last 4 or 5 years working on this, right? So it's a generational, an ancestral trauma that we're perpetuating because, oh, well, your little Johnny's best friend is playing baseball this year. We're going to sign you two up together. Oh, you'll have fun with your friend. Maybe. But if that baseball lobbing at his face gives him fucking nightmares, do you hang out with your friend in the sandbox, go to the park? You don't have to have some organized activity or recreation to keep them busy. Let them be kids. Maybe not as much as we were let to be kids or told to be kids or go play in the street. Since that really was genuinely a lot of times what I heard at my house. Go play in the street. Okay. So we're doing the same things. We're doing these things expecting a different outcome. And yet we've been shown that these kids are freaking miserable when they grow up into young adults. So maybe filling every fucking moment of their day with every different activity, 26 different things, maybe that doesn't behoove them. Maybe they need to be kids more. Maybe they need to just, be a kid. I don't know. I just thought that was fascinating as fuck. And the whole fact that kids that are 20 right now are, my age. So it's Gen X parents of kids that all hate them. And that 9/11 thing that I thought was a really, because that's a line of demarcation that changed fucking history forever in the way that we all interact. Like, our kids have always lived under a world where there is a war against terror, like literally their whole lives. And instead of teaching them to love themselves and going, you know what, I don't like baseball. This is not for me. We are perpetuating, you signed up for the team, you'll stick it out. How are we teaching them to speak up for themselves and to love themselves and to I don't know. Anyway, yeah, just something I thought I'd throw out there.